As I'm sure you're aware, most people know Will Smith punched Chris Rock at the Oscars in 2022, and in this video I'm just going to show you a really quick breakdown of why it's completely fake and staged. There's a couple key elements that I'm going to show you into this video just from references and past interviews, and pretty much that's how this was set up, just as a publicity stunt, because you know the Oscars have been failing in ratings over the last few years, and I just want to show you the original clip and then I'll come back and kind of explain it all.
Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith.
As you can see, the mic just kind of cuts out right here, so I'm just going to kind of fill you in with what's being said. Basically, Chris is just saying, like, wow, you know, Will Smith just come up and punch me. It cuts to Will, and he just says, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. And he repeats it, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth.
Oh, okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
So why this was such a big deal, or, you know, a big deal to Will, I'm sure you've seen that picture of Will. It's like, you know, a meme all across the internet. Basically, there was this interview with him and his wife where he just kind of had an interview finding out that his wife had like another relationship with someone else or something. I don't know all the intricate details, but basically all you need to know, and I'm showing you a little bit of this interview so you can kind of get the vibe and get kind of where this meme came from. But basically, you know, this man found out his wife was cheating on him on TV, and it became a meme. And everyone was like, this man, Will Smith, toe up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
And I got into an entanglement with...
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy.
All right, so you kind of get the gist of the interview. Basically, you get the tone, and this is kind of where the meme came from, and that's why Will was so triggered, or they wanted him to be so triggered in the Oscars, but once again, it was fake, it was all stage, which I'll kind of get into right now, kind of the intricate details of why this was staged, and kind of Chris's and Will's relationship and how they're all connected, and really just kind of circles back to a big publicity stunt for the Oscars. So first off, Chris Rock is good friends with Adam Sandler. I'm sure you've seen them in Grown Ups 2, and just listen into this little interview from Grown Ups 2.
Respect. Or as they say in the streets, ups 2. Have you heard that
yet?
Yeah,
a lot of kids are saying that.
What's up? Yeah. Okay.
We're
gonna answer. We're gonna answer questions that you guys sent in, and some that are unscripted. So I'm gonna start. What's the one thing you tell new dads not to do when raising children, Chris?
I would tell most new dads, do not stab their children.
100%.
They're gonna annoy you sometimes, and you're gonna go, stabbing would stop this right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
It would bring a quick...
Now, just take a quick note that that video was stated as unscripted and supposed to be kind of off the rip. And I know you're thinking, like, how does that kind of line up with what happened at the Oscars? Well, trust me, it all comes back in a circle in this video. And really what I want to show you next is these clips of Adam Sandler playing basketball with none other than Chris Rock and Will Smith. And I just got to say, I mean, look at this man with that pass behind the back, no looking. This man seriously could be an all-star player in the NBA celebrity game. But anyways, now that you know that, you know, these guys are all friends, I really want to show you where Adam Sandler was an all-star, or, you know, the main character in Uncut Gems. And everybody knows this meme from Uncut Gems. This is from the Call Me Daddy podcast with Barstool Sports. And you really just need to listen to this particular interview about Uncut Gems to really understand the full scope of this whole setup.
Conversation, always, like, how am I going to live up to my full potential, which I think is, like, amazing.
So would you, because everyone's like, would you consider yourself Ye's muse?
Yeah, a little, maybe. I think
What does that
so.
even mean to no one that's ever been? Because I remember you were like, this is not the first time that I
Yeah.
like. What is a muse?
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like things like
Right.
that. Like I think people make
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Like, how does that interview and how do these last couple interviews tie into the Oscars? Well, this is kind of the last clip that I need to show you of Will Smith acting, and then I can really just wrap it all up. So, this is an iconic scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will and his uncle are just talking about his father. And, Will tries to play it tough, like, hey, bruh, I made it without my father. I don't need him. All this kind of stuff, got a hardcore, but really at the end of this scene, he kind of breaks down and says, like, why didn't his father want him? And if you don't know, the story behind Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's basically where, this kid moved from Philly to Bel Air, Los Angeles, or Bel Air, California, and just kind of adjust to living this lavish lifestyle with this lavish family. As you can see here, is kind of where he's breaking down.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm having me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
Now, fun little fact about that scene, when they were hugging at the end, the actor that was playing the uncle, which I think has passed, rest in peace, since then, was whispering to Will, great acting. That is a great job. So just so you kind of understand the scope of the Fresh Prince, so we can circle this back to that punch at the Oscars. This is kind of a scene where Will confronts one of his characters from the series where, he got in a fight with or argument with. And you're probably thinking, like, what does that have any meaning to it? Well, like I said, the whole story or the whole scope of Fresh Prince was he got in a fight and had to move to Bel Air, California. And if you haven't seen the intro for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, it goes like this. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, relaxing, maxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good. They started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She says, "You moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air?" So I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, I rolled up to the cab with the dice in the mirror. I thought, yo, man, if anything, this cab was rare. But I thought, man, yo, minute, go on to Bel Air. So I walked up to the mansion too, and I walked into the bedroom.